Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Hello, little learners. Welcome back to our learning space. I'm so thankful that you made it back today. I'm also feeling very joyful this morning. If you're feeling joyful too, your face might look like this. Now, you may also be feeling another strong feeling called lonely. Lonely is a feeling you get when there's no one around you, or you would like someone around you and you feel alone. Lonely is a strong feeling, and I have been sharing a calm down box with you that'll help you when you have those strong feelings. So I'm going to reach down and grab it really quickly so you can see other things that are inside. Now you can make one of these calm down boxes at your house too, and you can fill it with all the things that make you happy when you're having a strong feeling. Now yesterday I shared this cube with you. Remember? I couldn't get the colors to match up. Look who I have here. He's a little stretchy friend. He has really silly eyes, and I stretch him like this when I'm feeling lonely or frustrated or sad. And I have this thing too. It's kind of fancy, but it's called a fidget. And what it does is it's a line, and then you can move it any way you'd like this. And it helps you focus on that instead of maybe your feelings inside of loneliness and anger. And then when you take your belly breaths, it calms you down. So you already know how I like to check how I'm feeling, and that's by looking in the mirror. And you're gonna help me figure out what letter I'm going to use today. Let's see. I have my big lines and my little lines with me here. Let's see what letter I'm going to make so I can choose that mirror. I'm going to pick, let's see, a big line. I'm going to start it by my happy face because that's where we start our letters. See, it goes straight down. And then I'm going to select another little line, see? And I'm going to put that right on top here. Ooh, what letter could I be making? Do you have any clues? I'm gonna need one more little line. Let's see. Here we go. Now it's gonna be really clear what letter I'm making. Do you know what letter that is? It's the letter F, that's right. F for fancy and fair. Let me grab my letter F mirror and we'll check to see how I'm feeling together. Let's see. I think I know how I'm feeling. Now it's time for you to point to the picture on your screen that shows how you're feeling. Let's watch together. Can you point to the picture that shows how you're feeling? If you don't see a picture that matches how you're feeling, say you're feeling out loud. If you're having a strong feeling like scared, sad, or angry, take belly breaths. That might help calm your body down. My friends, you know, it's so important for you to check in on how you're feeling. And don't forget to check in on those around you. How about your mail person? I wonder if you can ask them how they're feeling. Now, we have a very special friend who'd like to share how she's feeling today. This is Amelia. See? E for Amelia. Can we say hi to Amelia? Hi, Amelia. Now, you can't tell in this picture, but there's some letters behind her that spell out the word happy birthday. It's her birthday and she's celebrating. Do you see she's wearing a princess dress? Now, I wonder how Amelia's feeling. How can we find out? Yes, let's look at her face for clues together. I see that Amelia's cheeks are really high, and she's smiling and her teeth are showing, and her eyes are bright and high too. If you think that Amelia is feeling joyful, make a joyful face like this. Let's see, if you think that Amelia is feeling nervous, make a nervous face like this. Let me take a look. Ooh, I see a lot of joyful faces. Amelia, we think you're feeling joyful in this picture. Thank you for sharing your story. And I'd love to share your story, boys and girls. Don't forget to ask a parent, a family member, or a teacher to send it to the address below. Now, ooh, you know what that means? It's time for our visual schedule and see what our plan is for the day. So we did our emotional check-in. We're doing our weekly investigation, and we're learning all about architects and how they help the people who build houses. Then it's going to be time to sing our goodbye song. Does that sound like a good plan? Okay, now before we get started with all of our learning, we're going to do a movement. So when I turn this letter over, you're going to do the movement that starts with that letter. Are you ready? Da 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 da! It's the letter K. K for karate kick. Maverick yesterday did a karate kick, didn't he? We're gonna do one together. Ready? I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna kick. Ready? Gotta get my pose. Hi-ya! Almost fell over. I hope you were safer than me. Now let me grab my pointer and we'll move on to our intentional message. That helps focus our work. Let's see, it says, a building starts with a plan for its design. Now, a plan for the building that architects create is called a blueprint. It's actually printed on blue paper sometimes, and it has lots of drawings on it. The people who create those designs are known as, that's right, architects. They design the plans for large and small buildings, also called structures. Now, I'm going to go back to my chair and we're going to read a poem about houses before we watch our video. Let's do that. Now, this week, I'm going to do the poem in English, and then I'm going to do it in Spanish. That's another one of the languages I speak. So here's our poem. Ready? I'm going to build a little house with windows wide and bright. And you can actually stretch your arms to make your windows wide and bright. With a chimney tall and curling smoke rising out of sight. And then you can spiral your hand like this to make the smoke. In winter, when the snowflakes fall, and when I hear a storm, when you hear, you put your ear like this. I'll go and sit inside my house where it's nice and warm. Now let's try it in Spanish. Are you ready? It goes like this. Yo tengo una casita que es así, así, que por la chimenea sale el humo así. El humo goes like this. Que cuando quiero entrar, yo golpeo así, así. Me limpio los zapatos así, así, así. I'm so glad that we can sing together both of our songs. Now, did you notice any rhyming words when I read my poem? Let's see. We did sight and bright. That's right, they rhyme. Okay, now for this video this week, we're going to learn all about making Play-Doh and how we can use that to make a house. We're going to watch STEM with Miss Sarah. Let's watch our video together.
Hi friends, it's time for STEM. That's right, it's time for science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So come with me, Miss Sarah, as we explore new ideas and learn new things. I got the idea for today's STEM activity by looking at different ways that people construct houses. Some houses are made with wood on the side. Some houses are made with bricks. Another very common way that houses are made are using stucco to cover the side of the walls. And stucco is often made by using sand and a fine concrete powder and mixing in water. Concrete powder feels a lot like baking flour, which made me think. We can make our own Play-Doh by mixing ingredients in a way similar to mixing stucco for houses. So today's challenge, make our own Play-Doh and build a house. Our STEM challenge materials are flour, water, measuring cups, measuring spoons, salt, cream of tartar, a bowl, and some oil. Here's the recipe for the Play-Doh if you want to make it at home. We start by adding water. Then we add salt. Remember, salt's like sand. It doesn't stick together. We mix it up to make it dissolve. But how does that work? Well, first we have the water. And then the water pulls apart the tiny pieces of salt into even smaller pieces that you can't really see and surrounds it with the water. Mixing it together, you can see the salt starts to disappear or dissolve. We add oil, then the cream of tartar. Next, we'll add some flour. I decided that I wanted purple Play-Doh, so next I added purple food dye. Mix it all together. I put it in the microwave for 1 minute, but it wasn't hot enough, so I did it for another 30 seconds. Then I kneaded the dough until there wasn't any more lumps. To make the house, I started by first making a cylinder, or a tower, and then I made a roof. Next, I made 4 walls and decided I should add another roof. And ta-da! That's my house made of Play-Doh. So what did we learn today? We learned that people use a lot of different materials for constructing the outside of a house, and stucco is commonly used where we lived. We also learned about dissolving salt in water. Dry salt is loose and doesn't stick together. Water surrounds the grains of salt and pulls them apart, making it part of the water. We learned new vocabulary like dissolve, measure, and mix. See you next time, STEM with Miss Sarah. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Sarah, for a wonderful STEM video. And remember, you can learn about science in the books around you and on the Sora app. Hey, let's see what we accomplished today. We did our emotional check-in, we did our weekly investigation about architecture, and now it's time to sing our goodbye song. Let's do that together. Ready? It goes A, B, see you later, D, E, F, G, I'm gonna miss ya, H, I have to go now, J, K, bye-bye now, L, M, N, O, I had a good time, P, Q, R, you gonna miss me, S, T, you are my best friend, V, W, X, Y, Z. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. We'll see you again tomorrow. We're gonna learn about architecture. Okay, my friends, see you. Goodbye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good